Hi everybody, and welcome to video number 4, making sense of the diagnosis and working out next steps to make myself feel a bit better. And here I think a little bit of my coaching experience will come in. Now when I coach a client, one of the first things I do is I talk about what they want to achieve and what their end goal is. And I've got to say that wasn't one of the first things I thought about in those first few months of, trying to figure it all out. And that has come later. So I have definitely worked on an end goal, a vision of what I want to see in the future. But I wouldn't say that I did that straight away. That's something that's certainly come through probably in the last month or so. But the first thing that I did was try to think about a time where I'd experienced similar feelings and emotions. And I tried to work out what those emotions and feelings were. And it was very much around feeling of being overwhelmed and also feeling of being very lost. And I could think of only one moment in time where it was very similar, although very, very different circumstances. But it was when I was pregnant for the first time, and similar feelings came up then. So I thought back to that time and what I did to make myself feel better. And one of the first things that I did was I started to look at what books were out there that I could read to give me more information about the future. I decided to go for this. So, and it was a really good choice. It is written by 2 GPs who went through breast cancer themselves, and it's laid out in a very logical way from being diagnosed all the way through the treatment that you will expect. And it gives you a very honest account of what they went through, what to expect, and how to deal with some of the concerns and worries that you have throughout. I also, during pregnancy, was very concerned about, anxiety and worry. And I must have read an article about it and went to a homeopathy practitioner, wanted to look at some alternative remedies. And so I did the same here. I went to see a homeopathy practitioner, and she was very useful around surgery. So in terms of recovery, limiting the bruising, and also recovering from the general anaesthetic, and also looking at anxiety. I also looked at mindfulness at that time as well, to really help still my mind from overworking itself. So I downloaded the free Calm app and started to practice a few 10 minutes mindfulness sessions, just to see if I could get on with it and if it worked. And it was very useful, and actually it's become more useful further down the line, particularly if I'm struggling to sleep. Also, when I was at the homeopathy appointment, she put me in touch with another good book. And this one is also written by a physician, and it's called Anti-Cancer. And this guy also had cancer. And in the book, it talks very much around diet, exercise and mental health. But really, both of those books, I just digested them, made notes, cornered the pages, and just let it settle really in terms of what I was planning to do next. And one of the final things that I did was to talk to close friends of mine that also had been through breast cancer, and just get some information from them and some advice on what they did. And during this time, so during I had probably about 5 weeks from diagnosis to the surgery. We had a 2-week holiday in UK because it was just the beginning of the summer holidays. So going on holiday also gave me time to read the books, practice the mindfulness, have a bit of a walk on a beach, and just get my head around things. And it was during those 2 weeks, I think, that it started to really kind of slot into place what was about to happen. And also, I suppose around that time, I was starting to get a little bit anxious about surgery, which is really the sort of link to the next video, because the next video will all be about preparing for surgery, the actual event, and then the recovery after that. So I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Bye for now.